I got this whole bone-in pork belly, and I'm gonna make some super thick pork ribs with it today. So let's get to it. This is a whole, full pork belly, skin on, bones in. You can see the bones right here. Those are gonna be your spare ribs. I've seen these in the store before, and the first thing I thought was how cool would it be to cut out these ribs and make a super thick pork rib. So let's get to trimming this so we can get our nice thick pork ribs out of here. Holy crap. That's a hell of a pork belly. This would be kind of cool to just smoke like this. Probably turn this into some awesome pulled pork. That's not what we're doing today. What I want to do is get these ribs out. Now, usually when you get the spare ribs, they come in here and just cut these tight to the bone, strip this off, and then you got a nice pork belly. Today, I'm not going to do that. I want to take all this belly meat with these ribs. So the first thing I want to do, try and find this last bone, and I'm just going to trim this end of the pork belly off. Now this might make some awesome bacon. I just want to try and get the skin off of this thing. A little bit tedious, but just slowly work your knife under while you peel the skin back. What a pain in the ass, but it's coming along. All right, so that took a little time, but I got it off, kind of hacked it off there. Looks a little bit like Freddy Krueger cut this thing, but we'll be all right. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Get this flipped over. Just want to trim this tight to the bones here. Trim these up like a St. Louis style rib. Trim this off, just like that. All right, it's looking good. Gonna trim this last bone off. Look at that, huh? This is a massive rack of spare ribs. Check that out. This is so cool. I'm gonna cut individual ribs out and I'll cook them separately. Let me just start cutting these. I think this will be a better way to cook it because there's so much fat that needs to get rendered in there. So there is some cartilage in there you got to cut through, and then the ribs start to fan out, so just keep that in mind. This is a lot of meat. These look fantastic. Check this thing out, huh? It's gonna be a lot of meat. This is like a you eat one rib kind of thing. This is gonna be crazy. Pretty excited about this. So I probably shouldn't cook all of these, but I'm going to. Beautiful pork ribs. So they're all trimmed up. Now we just got to get these seasoned. This is the same rub that I used in my pork belly video. This will be perfect for this. It's got the usual salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. I think there's some mustard powder in there. Cumin, chili powder is in there. Got a little brown sugar, of course. You need a little sweetness. You want a generous amount of this stuff. Never done anything like this. This is a total experiment. So I'm kind of excited to see how they come out. All right, there we go. Nicely seasoned giganto pork ribs. These are gonna be so good. No idea how they're gonna cook, but they're ready for the smoker. Let's get these Mondo ribs on. I'm gonna try and go bone side down with these, if I can, actually. I'm just gonna put these on the side. Perfect. Get these back in. We'll let these get some smoke. I'm gonna be running my smoker around 275, 300 degrees. I wanna keep it down towards the 275 at first so they get a lot of smoke flavor on them. Then I'll end up bumping it up later at the end, trying to render some of that fat down, I think. And today I'll be using that New England mix, and that is oak and maple. That's what we have around here. Fantastic smoking wood. I love the flavors they have, but use whatever you want. Should be good with anything. Now, considering I've never done these, I really don't know what to expect, but my plan, like I said, is to do these very similar to how I do my pork belly burn ends. I'm gonna put them on there, let them get a nice color, let that fat render pretty good. Then I'm gonna pull them off. I'll stick them in a tray with some butter, honey, brown sugar, and let them just cook away in that till they get super tender. Then I'll pull them off, put some sort of sauce on them, put them back on the smoker, let them finish up like that, and they should be good to go. So I'm really excited about this cook. I hope it turns out well, but I'll see you out at the smoker when I give these a check. So these pork belly ribs have been on for about 3.5 hours. They're looking really good. Check these things out. You can see they're pulling off the bone really nice. So they got a really nice color on them. Just check them for tenderness here. Oh yeah, nice and tender. These are coming along great. I think these are ready. If you want a temp check, these are about 185 degrees. All right, here I got a pan. Got some pads of butter in there. Just gonna go ahead and throw these ribs right in there, if we can fit them all. I'm gonna try and stand these up, and I want the bones up so the meat is sitting down in that braise. Got one more. Can we get it in there? I'll make room. Perfect. There we go, got them all in. All right, so I sprinkled on a little brown sugar. Then last, just wanna go on with some honey. Good amount of honey on there. Should be good. Nice. We'll just throw on our cover, let them cook for a little longer. And while we wait, let's make that barbecue sauce for these. We're gonna start off with a little white vinegar. Then we're gonna go in with the usual suspects. A little bit of ketchup, got some mustard. This is stone ground mustard, a little Worcestershire sauce, juice from half a lemon, little onion powder, some paprika powder, little bit of chili powder, good amount of black pepper, and a little bit of mustard powder. I know we already added mustard, but this stuff is a good thickener, so I like adding it, thicken that sauce up a bit. And that is our sauce. Get this cap on, give this a mix. Our sauce is done. I'm super happy with this sauce. Every time I make a barbecue sauce, I really just wing it. So every sauce is a little bit different. Start off with your basics. You want vinegar, ketchup, mustard. That's where you want to start. Go from there. I always like adding some citrus, mostly a lemon, maybe a lime, depending on what I'm cooking. That's really nice for a barbecue sauce. But start off with those basics. Add the different seasonings you want. A lot of times with the barbecue sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and add some honey or brown sugar. The reason I didn't do it with this is because we already have all that honey and brown sugar with that butter and lard in there. So we don't need any more sugar or sweetness in this. We just need a lot of great flavors to add. But I think these mega ribs might be ready for the barbecue sauce. So let's go out and check them. Let these go for another hour and a half. Take a look. Oh yeah. See how these are doing for tenderness. Ooh, like butter. These are done. So now all I want to do is take some of that barbecue sauce we made earlier, just dump it on over, mix it right up with all that other stuff. Now I just want to kind of get these all mixed up. Be careful, starting to fall apart already. Get them all flipped over, mixed up nice, smell phenomenal. All right, there we go. Gonna let these cook uncovered for another half an hour, and I'll see you when they're ready. All right, let's open this up. Check these out. Give those a look. These look fantastic. Let's get them out of here. These are super tender. These are just gonna fall right apart. Smell great. I think these are a winner. Beautiful. All right, now I want to take some of that leftover sauce, just brush these with that sauce we made. A lot of that butter, honey, brown sugar is going to be in here. Just coat these nicely. Ooh, yeah. Just look at that. Is that not good? Beautiful. And just take a look. Check that out. Does that look good or does that look good? Look at all the meat on this rib. If I want a pork rib, this is what I expect. All right, check this guy out. I'm going to give this a try. Wow, so good. Just falls apart. It's amazing. It's not too fatty. Plenty of meat on here. It's a total success. Oh my, is that good? Man, this is some delicious meat right here. It is just fall apart tender. Wow, so good. I know you can't find these everywhere, but if you can get your hands on a full bone-in pork belly, I highly suggest giving this a try. So if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to the channel right over here. If you're looking for more good barbecue videos, check this one out over here. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. But the most important thing, guys, get out there, smoke something good.